Alright guys, just quickly, can you please make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell just so you know when I'm uploading. Comment something, just like that, or whatever, and I spelled it wrong, but I'm in a rush. And leave a like, just, please just get at it, and yeah. Hey guys, Ellis here, coming at you with a new scout report video. Today's episode will be on Luka Jovic from Eintracht Frankfurt, and yeah, I'm just jump straight into it. So Luka Jovic's background is he is currently on loan from Benfica, having started his career at Red Star Belgrade in Serbia. He is that being said, he is Serbian. He's 20 years old. He's 6'1" striker. He's currently at Eintracht Frankfurt, as I said, and today I will be comparing him with Romelu Lukaku. Okay, so Jovic this season has made 9 league appearances. In these league appearances, he has scored 9 goals and assisted twice. When comparing this to Lukaku, who has scored 4 goals and got no assists. For a 20-year-old, 9 goals and 2 assists is actually amazing. His tally of 9 goals puts him joint first in terms of the Bundesliga's scoring rankings. Him and Paco Alcacer are both on 9 league goals. So yeah, 11 goal involvements in 9 games for a striker is actually really good. And you can look at the way Eintracht Frankfurt has played this season. They've been very attacking. Jovic and Sebastian Haller. I think Haller's got 8 league goals, and I think Jovic's got 9. So they've formed a very good strike partnership, and this is why I think they're both in double figures for goal involvements this season already, which is actually pretty huge at any club at any level. These goal involvements mean that Jovic is averaging a goal involvement every 51 minutes, so almost 2 a game, compared to Lukaku, who's averaging a goal involvement every 200 minutes, which is, once every 2 games. Which, for a 20-year-old, that is nuts, especially considering he has been consistent this season as well. He's consistently been getting high-quality chances, and he's been consistently having good shots from good areas, which I'll get into in a bit. And normally when you're seeing this sort of form from a young player, you think it's very unsustainable. You'd think in a month, 2 months, it would have completely dropped off. And Luka Jovic has just continued to defy expectations in this respect, and I actually quite like him. I've been doing my research, obviously, as I always do, and from watching some highlight reels and stuff like that, he actually looks like a complete striker. I can't really fault much in his game. I mean, the one thing that, if I was being really nitpicky, would be his dribbling ability. He doesn't look completely comfortable, but he is a big lad. As I said, he's like 6'1". He's very wide. He's very broad. When I say wide, I mean broad-shouldered. He's big. He's a unit. So these sort of big unit strikers, they're not they're not always going to be natural dribblers, and I think that's kind of the case with him. But when he does dribble, it normally comes off, as I'll get to in a bit. Alright, so when it comes to his shot numbers, Jovic is averaging 3.3 shots per game, with 3.1 of these being inside the 18-yard box, which is amazing, compared to Lukaku, who's averaging 1.8 shots per game, with all of those 1.8 being inside the 18-yard box. Now, the main stat I want to talk about here is 3.1 shots inside the 18-yard box is nuts. That is Cristiano Ronaldo, like peak Cristiano Ronaldo numbers. 3.1 inside the box, that means he's having 3.1 shots from inside the 18-yard box. When you're that close to goal as a striker who has got an eye for goal, similar to Jovic, he's going to score one of those out of 3 every game. And this is why he has scored 9 goals in 9 games, is because he's just having these shots, high quality shots from these really high quality areas. And I mean, when I know that Lukaku's numbers seem a little bit low. Obviously, he's a world-class striker. I should kind of point out that these stats for him might be a little bit misleading, as he's seriously underperforming at the moment. He's playing for a Manchester United side that aren't playing particularly well. But the main reason I did decide to draw a comparison between these two players is just because the sort of physicalness and the way they use their body in a sort of attacking sense in football. They're big strikers. As a defender, you don't want to play against them because they're fast and they're strong. And that's kind of the main reason I decided to compare them. And I think, for the most part, they're very similar players in the way they play. I think Jovic, kind of, the way he plays does remind me of Lukaku, gets the ball from deep. runs forward, kind of just bouncing players out of the way. And then when it does come to stuff in the box, he's great in the air. He's great with his feet as well. He's very two-footed. He can even create chances for his teammates. He's got 2 assists this season, which is great. As I said, him and Sebastian Haller formed a really good partnership at Frankfurt. So, yeah. Also this season, he's averaging 1 dribble per game with 0.8 being completed, compared to Lukaku, who's averaging 1.5 dribbles per game with 0.6 being completed. And what I'll say about this stat in particular is that Jovic is playing for Frankfurt side that are not going to be dominating teams the way that Manchester United are. That might sound stupid just because of the way that Man United have played this season. But Lukaku's got such talent around him. You know, Anthony Martial, Marcus Rashford, Juan Mata. He's going to be able to, you know, he's in a team where he's going to be dominating half the league. You know, against teams like Burnley and Cardiff, he's going to be getting good dribble numbers away compared to Jovic, who is playing for a Eintracht Frankfurt side. They're in the top half. I'm not particularly sure where they are right now, but this could be a reason why his dribble numbers are low, because they don't have as much possession for him to dribble with. And when I look at these stats, I actually think they're actually really strong for a striker. I mean, as I said about his shots, he's having 3.3 shots per game. This puts him 3rd in the Bundesliga for most shots, and 2nd in the Bundesliga for the most shots inside the box, only behind Timo Werner, which really is a testament to how good he's been. That he's actually outperforming Lewandowski, who has also been on very good form this season. So he's in a similar bracket in terms of an attacking sense as most elite strikers at the moment, and I actually think that's really, really good testament to how he's playing. I mean, I normally say with these young strikers that their form's unsustainable, but I do think as much as this form he's in now is unsustainable, I also don't think there'll be a huge drop off. I don't think he'll carry on, you know, scoring a goal a game for the rest of the season, but I can easily see him getting 20 league goals by the end of the season, maybe even 25, which for a 20-year-old striker is that's a really, really strong, good number, especially in a German league that is very competitive this season. You know, his goal scoring efforts and creative efforts could end up pushing Frankfurt back into European football again this season for the 2nd season running. Okay, so Jovic, in my opinion, I've again known about him for about 2 years. I mean, I heard about him the way I hear about most of these young players through Football Manager, so my opinion might be a bit skewed because I've basically bought him every season, every team I've managed on Football Manager. But anyway, apart from that, when it actually comes to the proper stats and in real life stuff, I think he's got very good potential. I think his shot numbers are great. The areas he's having shots from are great. His creative numbers are brilliant as well. He's formed a really good partnership with Sebastian Haller, as I said. He's scoring a lot of goals in a competitive league at such a young age. I think he's a great player, to be fair, already. And the fact that he's so physically imposing too. He's 6'1". He's very wide. He's very broad. He's so powerful. He's a powerful runner. He's great in the air. And what I did notice in the research is that I was watching these clips. He's got amazing technique when it comes to his shooting. You know, a lot of his goals he's scoring are difficult chances. A lot of half volleys. He scored a few. I think he scored. You know, I've seen clips of him doing biceps where he's had to like completely spin his body. He's been chipping the goalkeeper this season. He's sort of, the goals he's scoring are not just tap-ins. They are really sort of difficult chances for him to actually score. And a lot of other players wouldn't score these goals. But his technique is so good when it comes to shooting that, you know, again, it's real testament to how good he is at such a young age. And yeah, well, it's funny. I was thinking about Serbia. I've always been a big fan of Serbian football. I'm not really sure why. I just like the way that they're sort of mainly the players that come through their academy, like Andrija Zivkovic, Luka Jovic, Aleksandar Mitrovic, and many others. I can't think of them off the top of my head right now. But Serbia have got some really good players, and what I think is absolutely terrifying for all defensive in the Nations League is that they've got to play against a strike force of Luka Jovic and Alexander Mitrovic, two of the most physically imposing strikers that I've ever seen. That just sounds horrible, and I think for Serbian fans, it's actually quite exciting to see Jovic playing so well, seeing Mitrovic playing so well for Fulham. I think he's really good. And yeah, all these stats for the season that I've been talking about have actually led Jovic to be heavily linked with Bayern Munich in January. I actually think this would be a great signing for Bayern Munich. They need a backup for Lewandowski. I think the only issue is that now Jovic he's playing so well, he's going to demand more first team football than a backup role to Lewandowski would grant him. And I think that's the only issue for Bayern Munich. But I think, for 30, 40, 50 million euros, probably closer to 40, I think you're kind of getting a bargain there. I do think Jovic will be a world-class striker, I'm going to say. I think he's going to be a world-class striker when he's older, and I think he's probably as good as most sort of high-quality strikers in the world football. That's, to put some names in there, I would say maybe he's definitely better than Karim Benzema. He's probably currently operating at a high level than Lukaku, at Morata in current form. I'm talking about current form. He's probably outperforming most strikers in world football at current form right now. Like, he has been that good this season. So yeah. Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, please comment. I need some feedback. Go do it. It takes a second of your time. It doesn't take any time at all. Go do it. Please subscribe. If you do subscribe, make sure to click the notification bell so you know when I'm uploading this football content. And yeah, thanks for watching guys. Bye.